Welcome back, everybody, to Commanders Field, just outside of our nation's capital. It's the Commanders who have possession as we get back into it in quarter number 3. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pushing through the contact. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now Richardson. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Richardson looking to throw this. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This a 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
What a tough spot to miss a kick, just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Third and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Colts offense and Josh Downs making their way out, and he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Webster. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long, and they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. That certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk...
Touchdown, Colts! Juwan Johnson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Colts have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2nd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A big play here, 3rd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Mingo, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Back to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. Here we go, 1st and goal. He's back to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Aubrey now for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Buying time to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off play action, Richardson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Richardson looking to throw. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Dancing. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. The kick by Carlson is good, and with it they have taken the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he gets it down to the 32. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. A carry here for the big tight end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And look, they got it. Good for them, but they were within his range. I know that would have been a long field goal. I'm kind of surprised he didn't kick it, though.
I guess what he's going to have to do is frame it as, I just had so much confidence in the offense there, that's why I went for it. It's not me saying you couldn't have made that field goal. I'm going to need you later.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game partner, a spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get three and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
So for the Commanders, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Colts, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Ravens and the reigning AFC champs on Sunday night.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills, we're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. To return, here's Paris Campbell. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Running once more with Henry. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play fake, Jackson. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. They toss right side to Henry. And this play isn't a whole lot better. He gets back to the line, but no further.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They run again with Wright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running behind center with Wright. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw, Burrow. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Oh, he shot his shot, Brock, but they couldn't connect.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot. And it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw again, it's Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. On first down, here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Burrow from the gun. Got his target, it's Higgins. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Kate, one. From the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
We'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run here on first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Burrow setting up the play action. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
That was it. That was their chance to any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Third and long. Here's Burrow. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punts and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Gamble now on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a caller. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Jackson on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And the hit stops him cold. Well, he maybe got back to the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
These are the situations in training camp that I love more than any. More to come.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He puts everything behind this one. That's cut at the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. Burrow setting to throw. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a second quarter lead. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And it's not just a blip for him this year. He's been one of their go-to scorers on the ground as we get through the heart of this season, leading all quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Caught by Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Slot man motioned over. Jackson, quick pass wide. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Back to the line they go. It's second down. One of the tight ends motioning right. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finding Flowers. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar back to throw. Bateman hauls it in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, here's Lamar. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Lamar off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this third down a near impossibility.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devin White makes the play. And the Bengals get it back on his 6th interception of the season. A timely interception for them there, partner. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3, maybe 6.
That check has been signed, and he wanted to rip that check up, and he knew it. Defense makes him pay.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. TJ Tampa there on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Burrow to the air now. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
Throw on 3rd down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Ravens ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just... Field. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Play action now with Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's Henry on the option. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 24. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Has it in close.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entire down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They've got first down from the 31. Now Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 37. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Burrow back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, Burrow to throw. Pitts brings it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. To throw again, it's Burrow. Called in left side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals hoping to take a lead going into the break. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. Receiver in motion, headed right. The give here on second. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Ravens.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard, and it's that type of effort the coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. He's got Andrews. And he's tackled for a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Into traffic, complete. And that's good for a gain of 5. Devin White hauls him down. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Levis leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our second half. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Higgins makes the catch. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Burrow out of the shotgun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to the well again. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 43. Gets him on the in route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Another carry for him. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Sanusi Kane able to make that stop.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's caught for the 1st. And he gets this forward to the 19. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's not quite that fast. Led him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go.
Brown on the inside give. And that hit stops him in his tracks. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
We see the Ravens making their way out now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. No return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up. I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered. On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target. And the Ravens going nickel, 3rd down. Burrow setting to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision, one they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He'll pass it this time. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Another try following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking to throw, Burrow. Into the hands of Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Burrow to the air now. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 37, Pitts brings it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Burrow back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Burrow. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Question about it, we know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Gamble now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He gives to Henry on the inside handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 48. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Jackson now on 3rd. Just gets the 1st and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
He was about to get smacked just as he got rid of it. Sometimes, Kate, that crowd lets you know you're about to get hit. But that's a savvy quarterback play right there. Take that check down. And nothing better than that defender picking you up off the ground after he knocks you down with that play, that check down, taking some big yards.
1st down, here's Lamar. Bateman hauls it in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Second and 6 coming up here. Jackson's going to throw again. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. Flying down the middle with Henry. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
He's going deep this time. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Dump off caught by his back. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And the fair catch is made just about a yard or two short of midfield. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Along the right sideline, there's space. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now trail by just a point in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action now. Burrow. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. Hits him on the in route. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals going for the win here. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Homer. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Gets this to Bateman. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Completed to Flowers. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. setting up to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. He'll look to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And there's enough time left that you can't call it impossible. They're going to need a heck of a play downfield to get in range for a possible game winner. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Gets everything he has under this throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Now to throw. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Now with just 7 seconds left in the game, we've got a timeout.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pitts brings it in.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So now it'll all come down to the foot of Evan McPherson. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. Doesn't look like it has the leg, and it falls well short of the posts. And folks, we're headed for overtime. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. That one's complete over the middle. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route for man coverage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Ravens will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. Short pass brought in. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd and 10 now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. And he knocked him back across the line.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Hauled in left side. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
From the 23. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw. It changed its direction.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Pass him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down from the 31. To throw again, it's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
So he scooped a fumble, and now he gets home and drops the quarterback for a sack. You know what that tells me about this linebacker? Well, he's not afraid to put his face in the fan and fight through some guys to make some game-changing plays.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He's got it over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Looking to throw it. Higgins makes the catch. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on 3rd downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Big moment here in overtime. 4th down, and the offense is out there. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. As they'll be left with just one more to work with here in OT. biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Burrow, rolling out to his left. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. First down, Burrow to throw. Dumped off to his running back. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And that'll leave them with just one remaining in overtime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Burrow from the gun. On target to his man Higgins. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
As expected, here's the timeout, and now they'll get to discuss the play that'll end this in a win or a tie. And now the entire game rests on his next kick. Now they'll call a timeout with 3 seconds to go, setting us up for one final snap in this overtime. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. It's a 38-yarder from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3. And his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.